Courage often involves giving feedback to somebody else, but feedback's often hard to give, and it's really hard to take. It's useful to think of feedback as either constructive or destructive. Constructive feedback is focused on helping them grow. Destructive feedback is focused on fixing them and making sure that they obey you. I want to share a story with you about constructive feedback from my own life, and it involves my years back at Accenture, the place I used to work before I founded Giant Leap Consulting. My boss at the time, Heinz Brannon, who's still a mentor to me, sat me down for my performance review and said, "You're doing pretty good over here. Here's some areas where you could course correct. But there's one other thing that I want to tell you." And how he set this up made all the difference between constructive and destructive. He said, "Bill, I'm starting to see some behavior that I think it would be in your best interest to change. I'm not sure if other people are noticing it, but my fear is that if you don't do something about it, it'll become an anchor to your career. I've seen it before. I think there's some stuff you can do to fix it, but my concern is," and he dropped in a really tough message. He said, "I think you're starting to become a brown noser." Man, I was embarrassed. I said, "What do you mean, boss? Hey, you got a nice tie." And he didn't laugh. He let me be with my uncomfortable feelings. He said, "Bill, if you're laughing at my jokes harder than they are funny, not only is that dishonesty, but really it's manipulation. You're trying to get something out of me through false honesty." He said, and this made all the difference too, he said, "Why don't you believe in yourself? You're clever, you're smart. Don't rely on kissing my tail to get ahead. Rely on your own inclinations, your own intuition, and your own imagination." How about you? When was the last time somebody gave you some really tough feedback that was constructive, that stung but brought about positive change? And is there somebody that you've been working with, maybe somebody who reports to you, maybe a peer, maybe a boss, that needs some of your constructive feedback that you've been withholding? What could you do to give them feedback in a constructive way to help them grow, progress, and evolve? I invite you to connect with me through all the social media channels or go to couragebuilding.com to learn more about how to be courageous more often.